Hi, sweetie pie. While that uploads, I'm going to read you a little bit from another book, which one does realize would be an endless cycle, wouldn't it? If I keep waiting for the next one to upload and then read one, wait for that to upload, read another, and so on. But at some point, I'll figure out a way to cut it off and head into this beautiful day. But I can never stop with just one. So this one I'm going to read. It was in the It was in the same bundle about um, at the beach. And this is called Seashore. It's an eyewitness book, which means it has lots and lots of pictures of lots and lots of details. And on the front here, we're looking straight up in the face of a crab. It's a different kind of crab than the blue crabs that we have in the Chesapeake here. Discover the world's coastal regions and the creatures that live on the land and the sea. So I'm just going to flip around to different pages. This particular one is showing you some of the plants living on the edge of land. This page, it says approaching the coast from inland, which is the way we usually do because we live inland. But if you were approaching it from a boat, you would approach it from the water. But if you're approaching it from deeper inland and then you go to the shore, like you guys did, like we usually do, because we don't live at sea, that's called approaching it inland, from inland. We notice how conditions change. There's usually more wind. The sea breeze blows unrestricted across the open ocean. There is also a salty tang in the air as tiny droplets of seawater are blown off the waves by the wind. Plants growing near the shore must be able to withstand strong winds and, if they are in the splash zone, salt spray. Whereas if you took my garden plants and they were in a constant salt spray, they wouldn't grow so well because they're not acclimated to salt, and salt is desiccating. It dries things out, um, and it just it has to be a special kind of plant that can do that. Um, they tend to grow low to the ground to avoid the wind. Another problem plants face, especially on pebbled shores and stony cliff tops, is a shortage of water. Something we don't have to worry about here with uh, really rich, loamy soil, especially my backyard, which has been made considerably more loamy as opposed to lots of clay. Mine has lots of humus in it, not hummus. Hummus is the garbanzo bean spread. Humus. Humus is the pronunciation of the compost, the soil that you get after you put lots of compost in it. Yes, only your grandmother could read two sentences, well, three sentences, and it takes up 3 minutes. Haha. Okay. But anyway, if it's a rocky shoreline, rocky coast like you were on, it's not got soil that plants can grow in, so it has to be special kinds of plants. Um, and also, there may be lots of water from the ocean, but there's not necessarily water because it's rock, not soil. Soil holds water, but rock drains right through. Rock soon dries in the breeze or trickles away. Rain soon dries in the breeze or trickles away between the rocks. Some species, such as rock sapphire, have thick, fleshy, tough-skinned leaves that store plenty of reserved water. A number of plants that are found on the coast are well adapted to dry habitats and may also grow under similar conditions inland. Would you like to see what some of them are? I thought you might, plant man that you are. Okay. The first one is called rock dwelling lavender. Here it is. This one is rock dwelling lavender. Rock sea lavender, I'm going to position it so you could see it, is a close relative of the sea lavender of salt marshes, but it is unrelated to the herb lavender that we have here inland, which is a fragrant herb that people put in sachets and other things. See close up? Beautiful, right? It's got succulent leaves. It's kind of small and low to the ground. This one, everlasting thrift. Thrift is a great name and is an appropriate name. Thrift means the sort of holding on to things and not being profligate with it, not sort of wasting it. Being somebody who's thrifty, doesn't spend a lot of money on things and kind of saves and all that. So, everlasting thrift. You have to be thrifty with the water in a place like that, right? Because, you know, there's not that much. Sea pink is another name for wild thrift, which grows in a cushion as protection against the wind. It retains its color when dried and is a favorite with flower arrangers. It does look like the plant we call everlasting that grows in flower gardens but doesn't need water. Stone crops really do grow in dense mats or crops among stones. After they have flowered, reddish brown fruits are left on the flowering stems. Isn't that kind of pretty? There's the thrift. And this one was the sea lavender. This looks like chamomile. But it's called seaside mayweed. Oh, I like that name. Mayweed. Mayweed. I don't know why I like the name, but I do. Mayweed. It sounds like something in Shakespeare or something, you know, maypole and all of that. But let's read on. The sea mayweed has daisy-like flowers and fleshy leaves. It flowers in late summer, not May, like now, August, late summer, and grows under cliffs, in barren rocky ground, and on pebbled shores. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. And then here are some others. Let's just take a close-up look at all of them. This one is called red or white valerian. I always wondered what valerian was. That's valerian. It's beautiful. It's got the kind of flowers that hummingbirds go to with the tubular sort of things. It's found in rocky places by the coast on cliffs and pebbled shores and inland on stone walls. And then over here, what are we looking at? From flower to fruit. The tiny, fluffy-looking yellow-green midsummer flowers of rock samphire. Before on this page I mispronounced it and said sapphire. It's samphire. Have faded and are now developing into brown, corky fruits. The juicy leaves of this coastal plant were eaten in the past, either pickled or lightly cooked and served with butter. Do you think you would like them? This one is called Cushion of Time. They have tiny oil glands on undersurfaces of leaves. I haven't even shown it to you yet. There you go. Cushion of Time. Wild thyme is not confined to the coast. It also grows in other dry habitats such as sand dunes, barren plains, and cliff tops. It has low, creeping stems and it flowers throughout the summer. Like its cultivated relative, wild thyme has a sweet, pungent scent which comes from thymol, its natural aromatic oil. When you're in my kitchen next time, I'll let you smell thyme. It's got tiny little leaves. Your mom has some in her garden too. And then there's a collection of scurvy grasses, which is a great name. Now, what was the first thing I thought when I saw that name, scurvy grass? Scurvy grass. Thought to myself, I wonder if it's got vitamin C. Why did I say that? Because sailors used to get scurvy when they would be on long ocean voyages. It's a disease that you get when you don't get vitamin C. So you know how they solved that? They would put limes on their boats when they would go long distances, because lime, like citrus, other citrus plants, fruits, has vitamin C. And so by having the limes, which lasted, it's not like a peach, which in 4 or 5 days it won't be good anymore. But limes and oranges and lemons last a while. So that is how, they say, that is how British sailors and then British people got to be called limey. They would call them limey or limeys. as a way to refer to the British. Whether it's polite or not, I don't know, but I'm glad that they didn't get scurvy anymore. So I'm wondering if this plant, the scurvy plant, has vitamin C. Let's read and find out. Here's what it looks like. This one right here. And it says, full of vitamins. How about that? Scurvy grass leaves are rich in vitamin what? C. And were eaten by sailors to ward off the disease what? Scurvy. It is not a grass, but a member of the cabbage family. How interesting. Cabbages have lots of vitamin C as well as citrus. How about that? Huh. That's cool. I did not know that. But now we know scurvy grass. I don't know if we have it around here. I bet not, but because we're inland quite a bit. But we'll see. And then there's antler leaves. This looks like a seaweed almost. There's a seaweed that looks a little bit like that. Plantains, we have plantains, are tough, stringy, and grow low to the ground, as gardeners well know. Yes. Although, I thought mine get pretty big. The buckshorn plantain is named after its branched antler-like leaves and is common in many coastal areas. The plantain that we have looks a little different than this one. But it's the same family of plants. Withered by wind. Most trees struggle to grow in the windy and salty conditions on cliff tops over the ocean. This oak has been bent and withered by the wind. Fortunately, our trees grow upright because we're not on the coast and they're not under heavy wind. And right now, it's just about as beautiful as can be, even without my glasses. The breezes are gorgeous. My beautiful big maple is giving a shade, but you can see the golden sunlight everywhere and the golden sunlight on the leaves. Oh yeah, why not even show it to you? What am I talking about? I don't have to just, there you go. Well, that's the one out of the window behind me, those trees. But now let's see if you can see. There you go. There you go. You see that? You see how beautiful that is? There's my spinning wheel in the front. See the leaves blowing in the breeze? And how the sunlight sort of makes it golden at the same time that it's green and not too hot because it's just nigh onto perfect today. So it's beautiful on the water, but it's beautiful inland too. I don't know if I could pick a favorite because I'm a big water person too, but I like them both. There's certain things you can do inland, like gardens and all that, that you can't do as well on the shore, but there's a lot of things you can do on the shore that just you can't replicate inland because an ocean is an ocean and all that. So that was from the page Living on the Edge of Land. I'm not going to read all of them. I've already read 13 minutes. I'm just going to show you what some of them are. Profile of the shore. These few pages are showing you different things that you may have seen when you were taking walks with your mom on the shore. Or I don't know if you did take walks with your mom and dad or if you, but either way. Huh, guess what this is? Thorny blackberry. Guess what we have in my backyard right now? Thornless blackberries that are ripe. This is beautiful. I love these things. Gosh, I love them. I love the shore. Look at this. Covered with lichen. Yep, colored lichen. You see the orange growing here? Rocks around and above the high tide mark often bear growths of colored lichens. Each growth likes the different amounts of light, spray, and exposure in its own area. I'm just going to flip some of the pages so you see some of these beautiful pictures of all these things on at the seashore. A barnacle belt. Oh, that's a good name. Barnacle belt. This is the ones we just looked at. And then it goes into, wait a second, yeah, there's a page. Plants of the sea. Now these are plants that grow in the water. We just looked at ones on the edge. These are different kinds of seaweed. I really want to read that. I find that really interesting. When I've been in the ocean or walking along it, you'll see seaweed, but I don't know the names of it. And they do amazing things. They're amazingly rich in vitamins. And then the thickener for ice cream and some natural gelatins and things is called agar. It's really agar. Um, and that's a seaweed. And it thickens things. I've thickened, like, instead of gelatin, I've used agar. I don't know why they say it agar, but um, and it thickens everything except pineapple. Interesting little tidbit. So when you're at daycare and they say, "Oh, agar, what exactly is that?" and you'll say, "Excuse me, that's a seaweed," and it thickens things, like including ice cream, and basically everything but pineapple. And they'll say, "What a man! What a man!" More seaweeds. More seaweeds. Oh, this is going to be a fun book to read. And then shells, seashells. Did you see any seashells? I have some in my garage from a trip that we took a long time ago. Look at them. They're so beautiful. And these were homes to little animals at one point. This is the shell that remains after the animal inside is gone. Little animal. On and on and on. So many cool things. But that'll be it for now. I just wanted to show you this page because these are some of the things that we eat from the seashore. Crabs. I think there was a page with lobster. These are cool things that are used to study the shores. A net, and paints, and cameras, and magnifying glasses, and maps, and charts, all of that. Let's see. Oh, what's that? A bird, and the name of the bird, cormorant. Your mom and I have seen cormorants when we've been to the shore. I think cormorants are the ones that float low in the water. Loons do that. Do cormorants or do loons? No, I think cormorants do it. I'll read about it again so I'll know for sure when I tell you. Here's a puffin. Cute little bird. And this is a razorbill. You probably haven't seen these birds. We certainly haven't seen them around my house because these are shore birds. They need to live near the water. And this you may have seen because it is frequently eaten, called a lobster. It lives in the water, and fishermen catch it and sell it. Families cook it and then eat it. Crabs. None of these are the blue crab like we have in the Chesapeake. Well, maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There you go. Crabs. And if you put your finger there, they grab it. Pincer action. You know all about that. Okay. Cool book, right? The Seashore. Eyewitness Books. Discover the world's coastal regions and the creatures that live on sand and sea. Well, we learned a little bit more. And now I'm going to get on with my day and wish you a very good day, my sweet little guy. See you soon, sweetie. Have a great day. Whether you're inland or on the shore, have a great day. Love you to bits.